China will no longer allow foreigners to adopt Chinese children. The adjustment to the cross-border adoption policy has brought uncertainty to hundreds of families globally. Stephen Zhang has the story.
This announcement didn't come as a total shock because the number of international adoptions from China had been in decline in recent years. The program, of course, came to a sudden halt during the pandemic and never really recovered even after COVID. But still, this marks a major change to a policy that has seen more than 160,000 Chinese children being adopted all over the world since the early 1990s, about half of them going to the United States. But remember, this program began when China was dealing with an overpopulation problem. The government very much enforcing its draconian one-child policy that basically limited most couples in cities to one child, forcing many families to abandon children, especially girls and disabled kids. Now, fast forward to today, they're dealing with the opposite problem, a shrinking labor force and a rapidly aging society. That's why within the last decade, the authorities here have twice relaxed its once strict family planning policies, now allowing most couples to have up to 3 children. But none of that seems to have worked against this backdrop of a slowing economy and young people's changing attitudes towards marriage and parenthood. Now, the Chinese reaction to this policy change seemed to be mixed on social media, but those applauding this decision seem to be expressing a nationalistic sentiment, saying China's now rich and powerful enough to take care of its own abandoned children, and often citing rising tensions between China and the United States and other Western nations as well. But none of this economic, social, and political realities, of course, offer any real comfort to the hundreds of international families in the middle of adopting children from China, because the government here has reportedly indicated this ban goes into effect immediately with very limited exceptions.